This episode is brought to you by Facebook. So you were scrolling on Marketplace, and there it was, the bike you'd been searching for. You sent a message, and it turned out the seller was super chatty, kind of funny, and an avid cyclist. The next thing you know, you're in a cycling crew. Well, a community cycling group. The thing about Facebook, you might find more than what you're looking for. From a browse to a bike ride, this summer find more on Facebook.
You're listening to What She Said with me, Candace Sampson, and this is your weekly reminder to take up big space in life, laugh loudly, absorb new knowledge, and continue to grow and expand. What She Said is your space for the big conversations that matter and the little joys that make life sweeter. This is where empowerment meets self-care and mansplaining has no seat at the table. So grab a coffee, get comfy, and let's jump into it because life's too short not to embrace the good stuff while we tackle the tough stuff. There is an actual academic paper studying why Cape Bretoners head out west for work and can never fully let go of home. Trust me when I say to you that I never know what I'll find when I do research for a podcast, but here we are. I did not expect to be citing peer-reviewed research to introduce a comedy duo to you, but in this case, it works. Justine Williamson and Greg Vardy have spent more than 10 years building Tracy and Martina. Justine and Greg are best friends who started a university sketch project and turned it into one of the most recognized comedy acts to come out of the East Coast. They have a podcast, 2 books, and now a feature film, Going Out West, that follows Tracy and Martina on a trip to Alberta that goes sideways fast. It has already won the Audience Award at the Calgary Underground Film Festival and picked up an honorable mention at Inside Out. Justine and Greg walk me through what was actually real on that trip and what got shaped in the edit, why East Coast humor travels so well to people who have never even set foot on the island, and where the line between documentary and mockumentary actually sits for them. Let's hear what they said.
Hi.
Hi, how are you? So welcome. So how is this a press day for you?
Yes. Yeah, this is our out of character press day.
Okay, and how's the day going so far? Where am I in the queue here?
I'm smack dab in the middle.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's a hot day in Toronto, so we're trying to stay air conditioned.
Stay in the AC.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you spend most of your public life as Tracy and Martina, which I imagine would be quite hot, actually. So that explains maybe sitting in air conditioning today. What is it like doing a full day of interviews as yourselves? Does it feel different being out of character as opposed to in it?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, definitely different, but it's nice because we get to talk about things that we wouldn't necessarily be able to in character. Like Tracy and Martina can't really talk about the making of Tracy and Martina, right?
Yeah.
So we never break the fourth wall when we're in character. So it's nice to answer some of those questions too.
And do you find it more exhausting to be in character?
Yes, but it's like,
physically, yes.
Yeah.
But like it's also exhilarating and fun. So
sometimes it's easier in a way because, it's fun.
So let's pretend that people are listening who don't know who you are, because I can't imagine anybody doesn't know who you are at this point in Canada. You're huge. You're blowing up on TikTok. But let's just say they don't know who you are. How would you describe what you do?
Tracy and Martina are 2 characters that we created. They're 2 Cape Breton best friends who love a smoke, a drink, and going out partying.
Yeah.
We started on YouTube like 12 years ago and just kept growing kind of like the brand and expanded into different social media platforms. We worked with CBC Comedy for a bit. Now with the movie, it's been crazy.
Our podcast has been really huge for us too. So we started making it with the Trailer Park Boys studio SwearNet a few years ago. And that's been really helpful to like expand into different countries, different audiences. At first, the Trailer Park Boys audiences didn't necessarily jive with Tracy and Martina. Maybe it was that we look like drag queens, but a lot of them have come around to what we do, and we get a lot of comments now like, didn't like you guys at first, but now I'm addicted, and we've won them over.
Yeah.
So you met at Cape Breton University, right?
We were both going to Cape Breton University, but we were working at Future Shop whilst going to university. So
That's where Greg and I met.
Yeah.
The cell phone department of Future Shop.
And you started in a sketch group, right? Called The Magic Ranch?
Yeah, we did. I've had a YouTube channel for a long time, but I've always been really interested in, like, my dream was to be on SNL. So like sketch comedy was something that like I always wanted to do. So I kind of like rounded up a bunch of my friends and convinced them to force them to do, to do YouTube. Yeah, that's kind of like how it all started.
So what made Tracy and Martina then, of all the characters you probably developed through this, what made Tracy and Martina stick?
Greg's equally as nuts as me.
I think that the characters are rooted in our like childhoods. So they're really authentic. They're really easy for us to draw upon. So it's kind of like an endless wealth of material and inspiration. So, and then of course, people really resonate with the characters. So it was easy to continue to grow and invest in these two characters. I mean, we like acting outside of these two characters too. It just so happens that Tracy and Martina fill our schedules.
Mm-hmm. And it's fun to go deeper with the characters too. Like when we first started Tracy and Martina, they were pretty one-dimensional. And then, you know, as we continued to shoot and make content together, we just come up with these stories. And it's been really cool to kind of grow the characters.
So Justine, what does Greg get right about playing Martina that still surprises you? And Greg, is there something about Tracy that surprises you?
My mom says this all the time. She's like, Justine, I don't know what it is, but when Greg is Martina, like he's channeling something else. He is a woman. So I don't know if it was like influence from your family or, you know.
Yeah.
Greg certainly nails the cigarette mom.
You really do, Greg. In fact, I'm finding it a little bit weird talking to you right now, not in character, because I can see Martina, obviously, but, you know, it's just weird not talking to you in character because that's all I know you as.
Right.
Same, obviously, Justine, same, but yeah.
So yeah, we met a few fans recently who are like, first they're excited to meet us, and then they're kind of weirded out because they want to talk to Tracy and Martina, and we're just like normal people. But to answer your question about Tracy, it's same thing. Like it's so funny when I watch some of our content, and I say like Justine has left the room. It's like completely possessed by this other character, and it's happening more and more. But yeah, like if you knew a Tracy growing up, it's so exact. And I think it's really funny too when Tracy has like tender moments.
I agree. They catch you off guard.
Yeah. And it adds a little bit of like heart to an otherwise crazy character.
So what does your real friendship look like as compared to theirs?
We don't speak.
You're just done with each other? When this interview's over, you're just walking away, right?
Yeah. No, we haven't spoken in 7 years. Yeah. No, it's really cool because we get to and have to travel together. We're all over the country all the time. And lately with our director, Brendan Lyle, for the movie. So it's like, sometimes we have to remind ourselves, like, this is work because it's a lot of fun just hanging out with your friends and traveling and doing.
It's really cool to have someone like be witness to the development and the growth and everything that we've created together. Because otherwise, I don't think I would have anyone to relate to about this. Yeah. So it's really special.
So let's talk about the movie a little bit then. What, you know, let's go back to, I think it was February 2024. Is that when you started filming it? Whose idea was to actually take this trip?
At the time we had a tour manager, Sarah Bryden.
Yeah.
And she was setting up a tour for the band Slowcoaster, which is very like Atlantic Canadian famous and beyond. So they were going to Alberta. They had 3 stops, and she knew that we wanted to try to like test the waters with an Alberta tour. So she said, "Why don't you guys come open for them? I think I can like figure out a way to get it funded." Blah blah blah. So we were just going on a tour, and when we looked at where we were staying, it was kind of a like, oh my God, this is a type of hotel that Tracy and Martina would stay at in Fort McMurray, in Edmonton, etc. So we called up our friend Brendan Lyle, and we're like, "What are you doing next week? Do you want to come out to Alberta and get some social media content?" Because we thought it would be really funny to like show Tracy and Martina
In the wild.
in the wild
Yeah.
with some like Instagram videos or just like short form. But then we kept shooting and loving what we were seeing, and it eventually just snowballed into a movie.
Mm-hmm.
So how much of what happens in the film then, the accommodations falling through, money running out, how much of that was planned and how much of it was real?
Um,
The storyline, I mean, what the characters are going through is not real. But
we didn't write anything
we
either.
didn't write anything. No, it was all improvised.
Yeah, we would get up in the morning at like I don't know, in makeup by 10 o'clock, and then just go about our days as Tracy and Martina would in Fort McMurray. So we knew that they wouldn't have money, they wouldn't have a clue how the city works, how to navigate anything really. So just being able to, we've played these characters for at that point 10 years, and we can just slip into the character and go about our lives and react to real life things as they come up.
This summer, say I do
I am marrying a stranger.
like never before.
Am I crazy?
It's a whole new Married at First Sight on Peacock. With new experts,
My name is Dr. Lisa.
My name's Paul Brunson.
more couples,
This could be the start of a very successful marriage.
and more surprises.
Or maybe not.
Everything is just not enough.
You're a little bit crazy.
I don't know what's gonna happen. I want my fairy tale ending.
Married at First Sight, now streaming. New episodes Thursdays, only on Peacock.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. Listening to this podcast instead of doom scrolling? Smart move. Another smart move? Getting help from one of State Farm's 19,000 local agents when you choose to bundle home and auto. Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
As you were filming, did anybody recognize you? Did anybody say, "Oh my God, I know you from this or your podcast or maybe TikTok or social media"?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did. Yeah.
And then there's been a lot of growth in the last 2 years. So those things happen a lot more nowadays. But even in Alberta 2 years ago, it was a lot of that.
What is it you think that makes East Coasters so funny?
The struggle.
It's from birth, right?
Yeah, like,
I mean, like, yeah, there's two ways to deal with hardship, and I think that most Atlantic Canadians choose humor to cope, basically.
and
It's just kind of ingrained in our DNA.
yeah, it's baked into you. And like growing up around funny people, you learn how to be funny. And it's just kind of like, although we pass down the trauma, the generational trauma, there's like generational humor too that
But
goes
you know
along
what?
with it.
We're probably like the least funny people in our family
Our family, our friends, like we're just the ones that decided
to do it.
and make a career out of it.
Yeah.
But like when we're hanging out with friends and family, we are not the stars.
Do you ever bring your friends and family into your skits, into that world you've created?
Oh, yeah. I had, we shot a series called Dirty Deeds with SwearNet a few years ago, and I got to cast my mom, and that was pretty funny.
Yep.
Yeah, she had like one line, but it was great.
A lot of East Coasters do go out west for work, but keep one foot back home instead of relocating for good. So there's an actual academic paper. I don't know if you know this, but there's an actual academic paper that studies this migration route from Cape Breton to the oil sands. Did you know that?
No.
No.
Yeah, so it's fascinating. So what do you make of that? Like, it is unique in that they don't want to seem to leave Cape Breton. They'll go, do a short stint, but they're right back home.
Well, why would you?
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to live out there.
No, but like you just said, it's home. It's like
Yeah.
as we're getting out in the rest of Canada and meeting more and more people, we realize how strong our connection is to home.
Mhm.
Like some people, they grew up in a neighborhood and maybe their family still lives there, but like we grew up on an island where we're so like enmeshed in the culture, the people, going home to like the patch of forest that I played in as a kid. Like you just feel so connected to everything that when you leave and you're in a new place, it's really hard to make it feel like
Yeah.
home. So I think that's a
There's
big,
such a sense of pride amongst all Cape Bretoners.
Yeah.
About home. Yeah.
So you are doing something similar to what Letterkenny has done and Trailer Park Boys did before you. You're going all in on something that's very specific instead of smoothing it out for people on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think that works on people who have never set foot in Cape Breton and may not be familiar with the mannerisms and the accents and the way of life?
We've never catered to the general population. I think that's what makes Tracy and Martina so special and stand out, is how regional it is.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of our strengths.
Yeah, like leaning into your culture, no matter what it is always going to give you like an interesting competitive
An edge.
Yeah. So we back in like early days, we had conversations about like, should we make this more general if we're going to try to grow it? And it was an instant no. It's like, we should do what we know, what's authentic to us. And if people don't like it, then whatever. But people do like it. So it was really encouraging to keep leaning into the regional aspects. And what we're learning is that no matter where you're from, people know a version of Tracy and Martina. We have fans in Australia. We have fans through the US. We just met somebody from Vancouver Island who said, although the accents sound different and the specific places that we talk about obviously are different, our mentality and way of life really translates for people.
Is there something about Cape Breton that you think people always get wrong?
Of course.
Yeah. I think one of the stereotypes about Cape Bretoners is that we're unintelligent. And I think that it's based off of our accent and how we speak. And so I think that leaning into the accent is important.
Yeah.
And kind of reclaiming that in a way, because there's a lot of friends and family who have moved away that I know, and they try to drop and mask their accent. Screw that. Lean into it.
Yeah.
Cape Bretoners are smart. We are creative. There's
resilient.
So many artists, amazing artists that come from Cape Breton. I think if anything, the rest of Canada could take a page from our books.
I couldn't agree with you more. Actually, my parents are from Cape Breton. We talked about this before we started recording. They've been in Ontario now for, 50 years. So their accents are essentially gone. But every once in a while, a couple of drinks and it comes out, and I love it.
Yeah.
It's my favorite thing is when that accent comes out. So this film has picked up real festival wins this year. What has that reception meant to you?
Everything. We didn't expect any of it. So It's like when you have low expectations, everything's amazing.
Are you already thinking like, now what's next? Is there pressure? Do you like that you're internalizing thinking, what are we going to do to sort of top this?
Not top, but I think that like Greg and I have always wanted a TV series. So like that's next on the docket.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people are asking and putting pressure, but we also know that that's not the best way to make something good. It's like when we're inspired and to make something that's more deliberate, although we're always inspired. So watch this space.
Canadian media is having a real moment. Is that giving you hope that that TV show is on the horizon?
Yeah, it feels really cool to be a part of that wave right now. With like,
and will you set it in Cape Breton? What if somebody said to you, you have to, it can be about Cape Breton, but you're going to have to film it in Toronto?
No, we've been down this before with our series Dirty Deeds, where, there was budgetary constraints and we wanted to shoot like 50% of the show in Cape Breton because we need it to be rooted in reality and make it feel authentic.
Yeah.
And we maybe got like 2 days. So I don't think that's something that we would compromise going forward.
Yeah.
Like, we need to have that.
There could be scenes in Toronto because it's funny when we're like fish out of water, but
right.
Somebody said it once. I forget what interview it was.
I'm not recreating Cape Breton.
We're not recreating it. And no, but like we would go up the sea in town.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But somebody once said that Cape Breton is the third character in Tracy and Martina. And we could never cut it out. Like the characters would always have to have some sort of tie to back home.
Mm-hmm. So where can people catch the film right now? And my understanding is it's going to be on Crave?
Yep. Crave on September 1st.
We're doing a bunch more Cineplex dates. It'll be available, I think, for purchase on like Apple and Crave on September 1st.
Yeah, you can rent it. You can buy it on like iTunes, Amazon, all of those. That's a real helpful way to support us. Yeah, but it's also going to be on Crave.
Buy the movie.
Yeah.
And so coming up, you've got, let me see here, you've got the film coming up, you've got Just for Laughs Montreal, a fall tour, and your podcast. Is there anything in there that you're really looking forward to the most?
I think Just for Laughs is going to be really exciting. I'm
Yeah.
Is
looking
that your
forward.
first time at Just for Laughs?
Yeah. Yeah. And the fall tour is going to be a whirlwind. It's really great to like meet people that follow us. That's always cool.
Yeah.
Lots to look forward to. I'm excited for it all.
All right.
Overwhelmingly positive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You want to do a little rapid fire? 4 questions? Okay. Bingo or VLTs?
VLTs.
VLTs.
Best East Coast comfort food?
Pizza.
Yeah, pizza.
But where? Okay, where from? I need to know where on Cape Breton.
Caledonia pizza.
Big Daddy's in Waterford.
1 word for Alberta from your own experience.
Flat.
Trucks.
And your Tim's order for real this time.
Medium coffee, 2 milk.
Dark roast, either black or with milk.
All right. Amazing. Thank you so much for taking time out of the day to join me. It's been a pleasure meeting you, and I can't wait to see you as Tracy and Martina again online.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
If you enjoyed today's episode, please take a moment to share it with someone who'd love it too. And don't forget to hit subscribe to What She Said with me, Candace Sampson, on your favorite podcast app. It's the easiest way to stay connected. Want more? Sign up for my newsletter at whatshesaidtalk.com to get all the latest updates, and let's keep the conversation going on social. You can find What She Said on Facebook and Instagram, and you'll find me on Threads, TikTok, and Blue Sky at Candace Said. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next week.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made $15 bills. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan required. $15 per month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Greater than 50 gigabytes may slow when network is busy. See terms.
At Blinds.com, it's not just about window treatments. It's about you, your style, your space, your way. Whether you DIY or want the pros to handle it all, you'll have the confidence of knowing it's done right. From free expert design help to our 100% satisfaction guarantee, everything we do is made to fit your life and your windows. Shop up to 40% off with minimum purchase and a free professional measure right now at Blinds.com. Plus, pay at your own pace starting at 0% APR with Affirm. Terms apply.
Another Sound Off Media Company podcast.